You were now in Diagon Alley once again for your school books. You remembered how you and Bakugou met. The bookstore was much more crowded than it usually was. There was a sign that said Gilderoy Lockhart book signing. Ugh. You quietly said to yourself. You had just now noticed that all your books were his books and how they were expensive as hell. There was a flash and someone pulling your arm into the bookstore. It took a moment for your brain to process who it was, and then you remembered the only person that does this. Bakugou. He pulled you up the stairs to glare down at the floor. Why'd you pull me up? You looked lost. Fine, but that's only because you're not gonna give me a straight answer. He said slyly. He just growled at you. Then after he saw Midoriya, he grabbed your wrist once again, but gentler this time. A famous little Deku can't even go to a bookstore without making the front page. Ah, shit, he's gonna start something. Shut up, Bakugou, Todoroki said. Looks like you've got yourself a boyfriend. You were about to say something to shut him up when a staff rested on his shoulder and shut him up for you. No, Katsuki, let's not start things that we can't finish, she said. She looked exactly like Bakugou. Red eyes, ash blonde hair, and some rings. Then she brushed some of Midoriya's hair out of his face to look at his scar. After a few words to Todoroki's parents, she told Bakugou to come on, and you braced yourself for the tug of the arm. You little brat, what have I told you about? I know what you told me about old hag, but it was Deku. I don't care that it was Izuku, don't do it, she said, ending the argument. Oh, Katsuki, who's this? Your significant other? She said, teasing him. No, they're not, damn it, they're a friend. He yelled the first part, but muttered the last part. Bullshit, she smirked and said to herself. You were now safely on the train to go to your favorite place on Earth. You were about to fall asleep when you heard the compartment door slam open. What the fuck, dude? He said, rubbing your eyes. When you opened them, you saw a scowling Pomeranian. Oh, who did what now? Those 4 idiots were being annoying dipshits. You laughed at how Bakugou was being Bakugou. Baku's POV. I was walking with Wander when we got to the Great Hall, and we found seats behind each other. Then the first years came in. Great. I guess I'm gonna have to deal with those little fuckers later. I looked over to them and they seemed really tired. Almost eye bags level tired. What the hell happened to them over the summer? I noticed Deku and Four Eyes weren't there. Those dipshits probably got themselves expelled before they even got here. I smirked to myself. What you smiling about, Blasty boy? Wander said from behind me. I looked at them and said, damn, Deku probably got himself expelled. What's your problem with him? He's not that bad. They shot back. Whatever. Your POV. The Gryffindors were heading to the field to practice for their next game when the Slytherin team came too. I was chilling watching the scene go down from the corner. The last person I'd ever expect as the new Seeker was none other than Bakugou. This should be interesting. The Gryffindor team asked him how he got on, and he explained himself. Uraraka said something about the Gryffindors not buying their way onto the team, and Bakugou called her a mudblood. That struck a nerve. Because my stupid-ass parents are always saying that Muggle-borns have dirty blood in them. I shot a spell at the ground to get their attention and to break it up. Once I got there, I quickly stuck my wand under his chin. If I ever hear you say that damn word again, your ass is grass. You're dead. Got it? I said in a voice that would murder. He was totally shocked that I just did that and nodded his head. I'm pretty sure I also scared the shit out of everyone else, because when I looked back, the rest of them scrambled away. Oh well. The school was heading to the feast when they all noticed writing on the wall that looked like it was in blood. And from the chandelier hung Filch's damn cat. Cool, I said to myself. I knew it was a serious matter, but I literally couldn't help myself. Some Hufflepuff third year hit me on the shoulder. Filch was crying over his precious pet, and Ida and Uraraka were quick to assume that Bakugou did this whole thing by the look in their eye. It wasn't me, so quit it. He snapped as though he could read my mind. Third POV. The first part of the game went by pretty quickly. Midoriya was flying around looking for the snitch when a bludger came right for him. They thought this was normal bludger behavior, so they brushed it off. The bludger took off of the front of Wood's broom when he told Midoriya to be careful. The bludger proceeded to go after Midoriya. Wander heard Hagrid yell that the bludger had been messed with. Training for the ballet, Deku? Bakugou taunted Midoriya. He was too busy insulting him that he didn't realize that the snitch was flying right by his head. That goddamn idiot. Wander swore to himself. Midoriya raced by him to get the snitch. They continued doing this and dodging that bludger every now and then. The snitch went right under the bleachers, so they couldn't see it anymore, but they felt it. When they were able to see them again, Bakugou was flipping through the air and landed on his ass. Your POV. Midoriya caught the snitch, and that strange bludger came straight for him again. Me, Hagrid, Uraraka, and Ida yelled at him to get out of the way. But we were too late, and the bludger looked like it shattered his arm bones. He was following, and the two agreed on going to him while I went to Baku. I saw Lockhart go over to him too, but my focus was on the Slytherin that I somehow tolerate. I helped him up, even though he said he didn't need it. Ah, shut up, I said, laughing. Yo, Bakugou, is that a significant other you got over there? The Slytherin team snickered from above us. No, then go fuck off. He barked at them. When I looked back at the trio plus Lockhart, Midoriya's arm was all limp and squishy, and I knew exactly what that sorry excuse for a teacher did. He didn't heal him, he took the bones out of his damn arm. Bakugou laughed from behind me. Oh, fuck up. Come on, we're going to the hospital wing to get your ass checked out. I chuckled. He only blushed and growled at me in response. So, for your defense against the dark arts class, you all were in the Great Hall with a long runway to show the example that Lockhart and, surprisingly, Snape gave. You You and Mina snickered at how Lockhart flew across the runway when Snape knocked him back. He just might be your new favorite teacher. They each called up one student to try it, and of course they chose Midoriya and Bakugou. They saluted and got into a fighting stance. Bakugou sent him flying on 2, and Midoriya then got up to do the same. He landed on his ass again, and you doubled over laughing, using Mina for support. Snape forced up Bakugou, and he got into a fighting stance again. He called out the snake spell, not the Snape spell, and a snake came out of his wand. Snape was about to get rid of it when Lockhart volunteered to. He sent the snake into the air and it fell back down again. The snake looked around and Midoriya started whispering in parcel tongue. You remember your parents telling you about it, and your heart stopped in your chest when the snake faced you with its fangs bared. He said the thing again, and the snake turned to look at Midoriya. Snape quickly burnt the snake away, and everyone looked at him. Bakugou, however, was looking at you, and his heart was about to explode, because he was so scared. What the hell, dude? He said breathily. Bakugou hopped down and ran over to you. You okay? He said in a genuinely worried tone. Not really, but yeah. You replied shakily. He took you in his arms to help you keep your balance. Depresso, Pinky. He whispered yelled it to Mina and Kirishima. You three, mostly Bakugou, helped you into the hallway. Are you sure you're okay? Mina asked. Yeah. You said, your heart finally slowing down. Midoriya speaking in parcel tongue is kinda freaky, don't you think? I mean, Salazar Slytherin was a parcel tongue, Kirishima said. It kinda looked like he was telling the snake to attack you, Mina concluded. The two looked at Bakugou with fear in their eyes. You felt kinda ignored at this point, even though you were the one that had a staring contest with the snake. I never should have used that damn spell, Bakugou yelled, running his fingers through his spiky blonde hair. It wasn't your fault. It was that stupid Git's fault for sending it up in the air and landing it right in front of me, he reasoned. His gaze seemed to soften when he locked eyes with you. And as if just on cue, the rest of the students came out of the Great Hall. Uraraka is what? You, Sue, and Mina all shout, not sent towards Ida, but in his face. 4 of you got to go to the hospital wing to find some first-year Gryffindor, the Gryffindor Ghost, a Hufflepuff, a Ravenclaw, and a Uraraka. I hope she's gonna be okay, kiddo, Sue said sadly. You and Mina both knew about her crush, even though she wouldn't openly talk about it. The poor dear's going to be fine, Miss Oswey, Madame Pomfrey said, resting a hand on her shoulder. Yeah, come on, let's go back to the common room, Mina suggested. She nodded and you both went. Me and Sue were pestering Ida about what happened because Midoriya came back yesterday with traces of ink and blood on his face. Apparently, Todoroki got possessed by a dairy ghost. There was in fact a giant snake in the sewers petrifying people. Him and Midoriya pretended to be Sero and Denki to get information on Bakugou with Polyjuice Potion, which I thought was funny. There was a secret slide to a chamber in Moaning Myrtle's bathroom, in which she said the giant snake killed her because it was a basilisk, and my favorite part, Lockhart using Ida's broken wand to do a memory charm, and it backfired on him, so now Ida has no clue what he is. And now, Midoriya is going to try and free Bakugou's house elf. I do like his mom, but I got to see the look on her face. We ran all the way until we saw Midoriya's broccoli head. Then we stopped and hid behind a column. I had to be real quiet because I was wearing my platform boots. Midoriya gave Mrs. Bakugou a book, which she gave to the house elf, which I learned was named Dobby. The book with what had a sock as a bookmark. Mistress has given Dobby a sock. He started in a squeaky voice, which I thought was cute. No, what? She stammered. I sniggered at the sight that I came to see. I really didn't hate his mom because she's a hell of a lot better than mine, but it's still funny to see high-ranking wizards be dumbfounded. Dobby is free.